Hey guys, Brent Hull Build Show. Got a fun little change today. We're going to talk to a color consultant, a color master. Have you ever wondered how Benjamin Moore and Sherwin-Williams comes up with those paint colors, like the color of the year? You'll find out today. It's a fun thing because from the design world, interior design world, they approach design and timeless design in particular so different from me as the builder, as the contractor, architect, designer guy. And so it's really fun to think of how she thinks about color. And you can see, I don't know a ton about color, but she does, and she's a master. It's a fun conversation, so check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Talking to Maria Killam. She is the color version of me.
Yes.
I'm the molding guy, historic house. She actually speaks about timelessness in paint colors. So I'm pumped. I know you guys have been talking about paint colors and what should I choose, and I don't know. So Maria, tell me about this.
All right, well, so basically what my understanding undertones neutral Killam color system is there's about 50 colors that are the most useful neutrals and whites. And that's what we use when we specify color for finishes and paint all around the country, like all around North America, all around the world, but mostly North America. Yeah, so we put together new build packages and renovations and kitchen packages and bathrooms. And basically my thing is that you want to keep your finishes timeless in the way, you want to keep them in the worlds of whites and creams. Little bit of black, not a lot of black.
Why is that white timeless?
I love the way you said it. I mean, I don't know why I haven't said it quite like you, but like a timeless house does not need to be renovated every 10 years.
Right.
People aren't in love with that idea. Not everyone loves me when they hit my blog and they realize, oh no.
I got the same problem.
My entire house is wrong.
And so this is like the tool that you got, the ultimate tool. How do you use this?
Well, so if you are, for example, if you have chosen a countertop, which is, your first choice in a kitchen, right? And your countertop has taupe undertones and you need to pick a paint color to go with that, or you need to pick a backsplash, or you want to make sure that your tile then relates to your countertops. Well, then you would use you would use it when you went shopping, so that you actually then found, the right tile that actually coordinated with your countertop. Now, it's not as straightforward as that, because not everything has to be taupe from top to bottom either.
Right.
Right? But, and then, for example, if somebody has pink beige carpet in their house, because there's a lot of carpet that, people to this day have so much pink beige carpet because carpet manufacturers, I guess, think that it's the most neutral carpet in the world. So, if you need a neutral, because everyone thinks that it's all about the paint color and it's downhill from there, well, then you would take this color wheel, you'd go, oh, okay, well, my carpet is pink beige. Oh, okay, so then you go to my system of, curated pink beige colors, and there's a few, 4 or 5, that's all there is really in each one that are the most useful. And then light to dark, which one do you want, light or dark or medium? You pick that, you paint, and now you have success.
And the timelessness, from what I'm hearing, is that we're not painting blue, we're not painting these strong primary colors that were popular at different times but are so dated, right?
Well, no.
Is that how that works?
So when I talk about timeless finishes being in the worlds of white and cream and a little bit of black,
right?
I also tell the story, like when it comes, like where people should be creative is in the decorating, wallpaper. That's when you bring in color. Yeah. So basically, even though I'm kind of like the neutral color expert, like that's kind of I'm known for that. I also then believe that when you're decorating, that's where your creativity comes in. That's where the color people are so afraid of color, so their entire houses are these black and white boxes, especially now.
So we talked about what you hate right now, the black and white trend.
Well, because it's everyone assumes when they start following me that I hate black, but it's the overdose of each era, each trend,
On the exterior or the
cycle.
interior?
Well, both. I mean, everyone's painting their dining room black right now. Everyone's throwing up black accent walls everywhere. Bathrooms are all black. Exteriors are black. I mean,
in the builder magazines, you'll see, 5 different groups of people. Sherwin-Williams comes out with the color of the year, or Benjamin Moore, the color of the year.
Yeah.
You're saying there are people that's their job to pick that. kind of? Or
Yeah, there is. But, when I was a part of that, where the color actually came from was the homeowner. Everything's black right now because that's what the consumer is buying right now. That's why you can buy a black hood fan, which never should have been invented. That's why you can put in gray flooring in your house, which never should have been invented. I get so many people saying, well, Maria, what do I do with my 90s house that has no style? And I thought to myself, no style? What do you mean no style? And then when I read your book, I was like, oh, so that's a real thing. That's real.
It's real.
It's no style.
It's non-design.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I didn't realize, actually, that was super enlightening for me too from your book, is that you said that really only 3 to 5% of any project ever even gets touched by an architect.
I think it's less than that.
Yeah.
It's 1 to 3%. And most of those architects aren't very good. So
that's right.
It's a problem. There is a lot of ugly going on out there. And
there really is.
Yeah,
it makes me so sad.
It's so sad.
And it's so sad to drive through neighborhoods that look like that.
And when people spend millions of dollars and their house is a junk, design-wise. I mean, they might have expensive fixtures and things and stuff, but they're a mess. It's tragedy.
That was the favorite part of your book when you said that is how people make decisions.
Yeah.
That the price leads the decision. By the time the homeowner's seen 30 doors, they're like, oh, but which one is in my budget? And then that's the one they choose. That, I think, it really explains to people in a way they can understand.
Yeah.
How wrong it is.
And I believe we have to educate the homeowner so that they stop doing these stupid things, so that they stop feeding the machine. And that's what they're doing. They're feeding the machine.
Yeah.
And the builder thinks that because his house is it's well designed.
I know.
Right? It's just no, dude, that's not why your house is selling. I don't need an architect. My houses sell great.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's right.
It's a mess.
It is a mess.
90% of what I do is based on historic precedent, right? And so I've got some historic paint books that I'm going to show you. Let's go to my office and I want to get your feedback. You probably know this. History of paints, that pre-mixed paints is kind of a post-World War II kind of thing. That a lot of paints were mixed before then. So I get a color chart like this, probably from 25, 32.
And these were the only options.
These were the only options.
I actually don't know that.
Yeah, so you see the way these colors, and what would have happened is a good painter would have had his blacks and his whites and his other things, and he would have played with these, tinted them.
Yeah, mixed custom colors from them.
I mean, are those colors gross to you, or
No.
are they like charming, or like do you look at them and go, what do you think?
Well, I think that they're pretty clean. Like, in my system, what I teach people is that all colors fall into 3 categories. They're either light, dark, cool, warm, clean, dirty. And so the whole clean, dirty conversation is a huge one in my courses. And so this is fine because they would use these other colors to like make them more dirty and more muted, which then once you get those, we need more muted colors because colors get twice as bright and light when they go up. And then exterior gets at least 3 times as bright, which is why you need like a beige if you want to get like a cream on the exterior of your house. So no, I mean, those are great, makes sense.
Okay, so Sherwin-Williams in the 40s and 50s put these books together.
Yeah.
So you understand how paints are picked today.
Yes.
How would this paint have been picked? Would they have said green's a real popular color?
Yeah.
And then dropped in this other rando kind of thing?
Yes. I mean, you can tell that a decorator wasn't here. Basically, right?
That's
because
interesting.
because they're just selling the green here, they're selling the blue, so they're not really thinking about is there a starting, because the paint companies, they haven't hired a designer to go, oh, let's start with this pattern and then we're going to choose all the other coordinating fabrics and then the paint color. Like really, the paint color should always be chosen last. When you choose the paint color first, and in so many cases when you're doing new builds, you don't have a choice, but that is when you're going to spin. Because, I mean, the sky's the limit.
So let's kind of wrap this up.
Okay.
You and I both think that timeless design is so important. What's your advice to, top 3 things you're telling people when they're trying to, build a nice house or when they're trying to build beautifully? What do you say?
They have to know what they're doing in advance. They have to have a plan. Like they have to start building mood boards like right away. When I took possession of my new house 2 years ago, the minute that I heard that we found out this house is ours, I started building mood boards. I had like 50 mood boards before the renovation even started, because that's how I could pick the lavender that's on the ceiling in the primary bedroom, the blue that's on the ceilings in my living rooms. You know, like all the colors that are in my house, I was able to easily choose them because I already had the art that I knew was going in the bedroom.
So we're coming at this from completely opposite ends, which is fascinating to me.
Yes.
Because I would look at it and say, you need a style, you need a story, you need a narrative, right?
Yes,
and
of
so
course.
there has to be something there,
Well,
so that
you're starting at the beginning, right? Where people come to me because they're starting a renovation or they need to pick finishes for their new build. They've already got the elevations and the drawings from their architect or their builder, right? They come to me because they're like, okay, like I need a plan. So when the homeowners come and they do my 2-day workshops because they've got a project that's starting, I say to them, well, you need to know now, like what you're doing, what the colors are going to look like what your decorating is going to be. Start thinking about that now. Start building mood boards now, because then you're not going to be stumped making decisions based on price, because you're going to have a plan already.
So your mood board would be carpets, fabrics.
Yes.
What else?
Furniture,
furniture.
You know, or well, certainly in terms of like everyone thinks, oh, you know, like I need a color for, give me a cabinet color, Maria, because I want to then pick the countertop color. I'm like, no.
You can't do that.
The countertops first, right? But nobody wants to commit to that because it just seems easier to commit to the paint color, but it's totally backwards. And so that's what I teach people is that, like if you don't have any colors, you at least need to start with your countertop, because that's going to then immediately define what your paint colors are going to be in that room.
So if people wanted to get a hold of you, what do they do?
Oh, they can come to at Maria Killam on Instagram or mariakillam.com.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, good luck with your conference.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, guys, so approaching building and timeless design from two different angles, right? Interesting how they think about things. The mood board, you know about mood boards? So good stuff, more ways of thinking about how to build beautifully, more ways of thinking about how design matters. And so hopefully well-rounded ideas of kind of building better. So let me know what you guys think. I'm Brent Hull, thanks for watching.